प्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षु श्रोत्रमथो बलमेन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मेस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Om. May all my limbs become strong, powerful. May all my sensory and motor organs like ears, eyes, speech become powerful and efficient. All is verily the one without second, conscious, ever blissful, infinite, existence itself, called the Brahman. May I never deny Brahman. May the Brahman never reject me either. May all the virtues spoken of by the scriptures as necessary for experiencing the Brahman be with me. Om peace, peace, peace. Let us try to feel the oneness of existence by seeing the truth that it is only the shapes and the names that cause the differentiation. Moreover, these shapes keep on changing too. Think of a lot of ice cubes, a big heap brought in the warm room. Let us think that each of us is one of those ice cubes. I feel the difference thinking of the particular size and shape that I am associated with. I see all other ice cubes different from me. I give names to all. A name to myself too. Some ice cubes, I get related to them as my parents, some as my siblings, some as friends, some even as enemies. Many are different without any particular relation. I try to appropriate more and more of the eyes. Always feeling incomplete and so sad, always working to become complete. But I see a strange thing. I am changing. My shape is changing. Also, all other shapes, different ice cubes, they are also changing in the warm weather. And I start seeing our intrinsic oneness. I am melting. My shape is going away. I am seeing that other shapes, other ice cubes, they are also melting. I see we are one. I know there is no distinction. And now I see we are one as water. But even as ice cubes, our differences were just illusory, depending on the form, while the substance was same. I see this sameness, this oneness, the illusion of my separateness has gone away. I am the Brahman. All my desires have vanished. As I am full of bliss already. By my nature, I am bliss. I am perfection itself. I am immortal. Om, peace, peace, peace. So we have been studying this great scripture of devotion and knowledge both. A great advantage of studying this scripture, Bhagavatam, is that the line of separation between the path of knowledge and the path of devotion gets blurred. That at, there are different techniques of these two paths, but they certainly are not against each other. Not only that, both augment or help each other, both strengthen each other. And thus, you see, the knowledge and the devotion, both as practiced by great sages, lead us to the same one goal. As the different paths you can see when you are going, say, from Providence to New York, by road or by train. The paths are just going almost together, crisscrossing here and there. The train crosses over the road goes crossing the train path, and then we reach at the same point. So it is like that, that the path of devotion and path of knowledge, they are wonderful, both great, and there is no contradiction or antagonism between them at all. So, but let us begin at the beginning. Let us recite this opening chant, the first verse of this great treatise. So chant as loudly as you can. You are quite a few people, and most of you have been hearing these classes for quite some time. This is 183rd class, you see. So now you know how to recite. So recite it as loudly and clearly as you can. जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकम् सत्यं परं धीमहि. That from whom creation, sustenance and dissolution of the universe take place, who is both the instrumental and material cause of it, who is omniscient, is the only one having self-mastery, being the one independent entity, who illumined the mind of Brahma with the Vedic revelation, whose wisdom is the wonder of even the greatest sages, in whom the world of the three gunas subsists, just as the combination of materials like fire, water, and earth subsist in their causes without changing their elemental nature, in whose consciousness there is nothing false. On that truth supreme we meditate. The truth supreme. On this background, on this basis of the truth supreme, that all relative truths manifest. Relative truths are contextual, means within a context they are true. Beyond the context, they do not have any validity. Like there is a particular, acceleration that is generated when a body from the sky falls on the earth. It comes with increasing speed, and there is a number to that. It increases at this rate. But this is about earth. It is not the same if something is falling on the moon. The gravitation is much less, about a fourth, and so the acceleration becomes that low. So therefore these are contextual truths. It is evening here, uh, in this region, yes, it is true. In Australia it is morning. So evening, what is the time? Evening is true, but in this context. And not out of this context they lose their validity. But the supreme truth is the truth always. In all circumstances it is true, and that it is, after all, yourself that is manifesting as all this. There is nothing but yourself manifesting as all this. Now you see, when you are there, the world is there. If you are not there, the world is not there. You are not perceiving it. There is no proof of its existence. It is only you are seeing, that's it. You may say that no, somebody else will tell that it was like that, but that also is you are seeing. It is only when you become, alive, as it were, then the world is also there. So there is a concomitant relationship between your existence and the existence of the world. These relationships are like that. There are some relationships which are causal. One side, it is implies another side. That it is, but it is not true from the other side. That they when they nowadays nobody here who probably knows about it, but in my childhood it was a daily occurrence that I used to have, that a rooster would crow when the sun is about to rise at dawn. Now this is not, doesn't mean that the sun would not rise if the rooster is not crowing. There is that funny story that a lady was told by her creditor that tomorrow I am going to come to collect this money. Is the last ultimatum. If you do not pay by tomorrow morning, I will get all these things from your home, and I will sell that, and that take the debt, get collected from that. So the lady was thinking, uh, It would be so good if tomorrow doesn't come at all. So she noticed that when the rooster crows, the sun rises. So if she covered the rooster, uh, tie the rooster's neck, the rooster will not then crow, and then the sun will not rise, and then that fellow will not come to collect the debt. So it will be so nice. And that doesn't happen. This relationship is only one way, and that too. It is depends on what kind of crow it is. So there may be other reasons also for the rooster's crowing. So therefore, it is not a concomitant relationship. It is concomitant, that there is the two-way relationship, that if this is there, that is there, and that is there, this also is there. It is equivalence. But there is no quantitative connection between them. That it is, for example, the light switch there. Some most light switches are like that. You put it on, the lights go on. Switch it off, the lights go off. Not that if you press it more, the light will be brighter. It doesn't happen like that. Or if you push it harder, then it will become darker. No. It is just, connection is just like that, on, off. That is one type of connection. And there is a concomitant relationship. That is, if one thing changes a bit, other thing changes in proportion to that. It is like you see it in demand supply relationship. If the supply increases to some extent, then you see that the demand, that it is going down. That is why you see the supply is more there. The prices go down because the supply has increased. It is when I used to go to buy vegetables in bulk for our center in Nagpur. So the cauliflower selling at some price. Suddenly, they I was just making one round there, and in 5 minutes the cauliflower price came down by half. By half. Come on, buy. Because a big truck of cauliflower has just arrived there in the market. So the supply has become more. Now, therefore, the prices they go down correspondingly. It is if the supply is more, much more, then the prices would go down much more. So this is a concomitant relationship. When the prices, they you see, supply is very little, then the prices go high. Because there is very little supply available, that the availability is so low. So this is another relationship. So knowledge and devotion have this kind of relationship. If knowledge increases, devotion also will increase. If the devotion increases, knowledge will also increase. The terminology would be different, but this is how it will be. Increase in knowledge will increase the devotion in proportion. I am telling this, but we don't have really any tool of measuring these things. But it is something that you can feel. The measurement can be done by feel, rather than having an external this thing that how many pounds and how many feet. No, but you can see that both are increasing in proper proportion. So this is how you can see in these wonderful stories that they here the story that we are studying right now is a very famous story in Bhagavatam. The many poets, preachers, those who do kirtans, they have sung this story, told this story in numerous ways. So, the story of there are the saints who have written these songs about this incident, that how the grace of Lord rescued the big powerful elephant from the jaws of crocodile. Now these we see that this is an analogy, a whole total metaphor as it were, that the elephant, proud and puffed up with ego, I can do anything, ego of one's physical strength. Nothing appears to be difficult. I can do anything. That arrogance breeding out of this kind of thing. Uh, Thinking of others as just dirt. That was its nature. When ego becomes of this proportion, then now you do not treat others equally. You do not uh, feel compassion for the person who is suffering. It is you are just full of body consciousness. Elephant is a big bodied animal of tremendous strength. It is, as the power, 100 human beings will not have enough power to match that of an elephant. So it is so powerful. But then was caught by this crocodile of this worldly desires. And why it is the crocodile? It's like getting caught in the jaws. Mm. The two, it is between the two. You get ground like that. Like Kabir Das says, the great saint, दो पाटन के बीच में साबुत बचा न कोई. that चलती चक्की देख कर दिया कबीरा रोए. दो पाटन के बीच में साबुत बचा न कोई. That looking at the uh, grinding mills. So there are two stones, and then they are getting in between. The grains are getting ground. All grains get ground. So in this universe, there is this attraction and aversion. That is like two these stones of the mill. We get into that. Attraction and aversion. Everybody is attracted to something and then averse to something. Aishwarya, do you feel like that sometimes? That I am attracted, or no, I don't want this. It is that you get caught in the middle of these two. The problem is also this, that what you get attracted to, in next minute you become averse to that. It is they are not constant. That not that you are always attracted to that. You get attracted sometime, and that very thing then you become averse to it. So this is what creates a lot of suffering for a human being, that it is with because this or this going on, the grinding is going on. That is the two jaws of crocodile getting. That elephant's foot was caught in that, and then the crocodile's that strength was too much for the elephant. It could not rescue itself. The jaws of crocodile are terrible, terrible jaws. If you see, you can understand that nothing can escape from those. That's it. It is howsoever strong a person be, unless the crocodile itself releases, which is rare, nobody will get escape. I told you that for that fact, there is that board in a crocodile pond, near the crocodile pond, that swimming is strictly prohibited. Survivors will be prosecuted. Means survivors are not likely to be there. So it is. So that is the crocodile. Now the elephant tried, but seeing that uh, nothing, so is working, the strength is not working, and now he started calling on the God. He remembered the mantra that his guru had given him in last birth, but in the this ongoing arrogance, pride in the strength, it was kind of forgotten. But now this ego is getting reduced. When the ego got a bit reduced, remembered the mantra, and started calling on God using that mantra. Oh God! And now we see that in the process, the crocodile was still continuing to drag the elephant more and more, deeper and deeper inside. Uh, and the ego was concomitantly getting shattered, reducing as much as the strength of the crocodile was being felt, the ego of this elephant was getting crushed. This elephant is ego, big ego that we have. It was getting gradually removed. The prayer continues, very beautiful prayer to the Lord, and then it comes, that to that the elephant thus invoked the divine without any first he prayed with Lord with attributes. Now what happens as you progress, uh, worshipping with attributes, meditating on God with attributes, the attributes gradually vanish and the essence starts manifesting. Like if you are, say, eating a cookie, there is a cookie that you see in form. There is a particular square or round, there is a color, there is a name to it. Now, when you are close to eating it, now you are actually not thinking of any particular form. It is just the essence, the taste. And then as you put it in the mouth, the form is gone. The substance alone gets into your stomach. Forms don't. So it is that, so God with attributes. Now those attributes, as one comes closer and closer, those attributes, they vanish. And you see the God without any further uh, attribute as such. So his prayers took gradually. This began like this: Oh, my salutations to the one who bestows consciousness to inert objects. We had seen that in the last class, that how the pieces of matter, they become conscious. It is somebody, as it were, is infusing consciousness in them. Everything is full of consciousness. It is. That is why we feel thatness about it. This particular chair, you may say that I always, when I come here, I sit on this chair. Now that chair goes on changing. Everything in the universe is changing. Nothing is constant. But what is this chair? Nobody can tell. What is the meaning of this chair? This very person, what is the meaning of this very person? No, you don't know. Ah, I have been always a fan of New York Yankees or Boston Red Sox. Uh, what does it mean? The players keep on changing, coaches keep on changing, everything is changing. Only that thatness is imparted by God. That alone remains. That is what is the presence of God in everything. There is no other reason for thinking that it is the same. Our life cannot go on without this conviction that it is the same thing. It is, yeah, if suppose somebody gives me a loan of $100, that, and tells you tomorrow please return, I need it. And then tomorrow that person comes and asks, Swami, do you remember, I hope? What? That $100 I gave you? You? Who you? Change. It is all changing, isn't it? That you is gone. The one who took that is also gone. No, nobody would like to, if you are the one who gave loan, you will not like this argument at all. It is very important. Nobody actually is convinced of that argument. Same person. What is same? Just, this is the great thought. If you continue this analysis, what is same? You reach God. There is nothing else same. Just a simple analysis. What is same? Nothing else is same. Only that God is there. That is, they bestows consciousness to inert objects. The one who has neither birth nor death nor activity, who is plain isness. That tattva, plain isness, that is that. There is nothing else that has intrinsic isness, that is God. The intrinsic isness in everything is God. That is why if you start thinking about who am I, you will see, Rekha, that you are God. Who am I? You cannot go to any other conclusion. you will have to reach this conclusion that you are God, you are divine, you are all pervading. See, you are bliss itself. That is how you get to this. Uh, Nonetheless, who nonetheless is obtained as self by those purified by renunciation. Now, this is a word that scares people. Renunciation. That why one should think of renunciation. Renunciation is very important. It is because if you are holding on to untruth, then unless you renounce that, how you will get truth? It is as simple as that. If you hold on to your dumbness, that is how Ranganathananji puts it, that all that is told by scriptures to renounce is what? Dumbness. Anybody has problem about renouncing dumbness? What Aishwarya, do you want to hold on to your dumbness? No, nobody wants. And as soon as we give up dumbness, then you will see, I am God, that's it. It is so clear. I am divine. This truth becomes apparent, so clear that yes, I am divine. And then, thus, you can say in this is a picture, but I tried to show that now the elephant, the ego, is as it were getting merged in the infinite waters of the Lord. The ego is gone, and then the infinite is seen there, that it is the description is very nice here, that quickly that it was Hari who is the soul of all, and who therefore includes in himself all the deities, everything, all of that is in us. In Hari, that is our soul. Hari is a name, which has the etymology of the word is the one who takes away, is called Hari, the one who takes away. Harati iti Hari. So, takes away all ignorance, all karma, everything is taken away by Hari. So then you see all that is self. Now, here in Bhagavatam, now the description comes of a form of Hari. That to kill that crocodile and rescue the elephant, which is now not the former elephant. That former elephant, the ego, is destroyed. This is now a devotee, not the same person, but a completely transformed one. A completely transformed one. Like there is that philosopher's stone or touchstone, touch it to some baser metal and it gets changed into gold. Paras money, that you touch and it becomes gold. So now externally, as Sri Ramakrishna gives this example, if there is a sword, that sword is touched by this philosopher's stone. Now, the shape of the sword will remain the same, but now the value has become enhanced many, many times. So, an ordinary person, when gets the touch of God, that person becomes saint. There is what is saint after all. All the desires are gone. Hmm. Now the shape remains the same. You will still see him as a shape Ashutosh, but the ignorance will be all gone completely, and thus now that will be saint. Ashutosh will become a saint. Very simple matter, Everybody therefore can become saint when dumbness is discarded. And anyway, we don't want dumbness. Anujna, do you want to remain dumb? No. So if somebody says, "Hey, give up your dumbness. I am here to take the dumbness from you," what will you say? Take it, take it. Yeah, take it exactly. So when the dumbness is gone, what will you become, Anugnya? Saint. You will become a saint. So that is how, just by this very simple, straightforward process, one attains to the sainthood. It is not at all complicated. Many unnecessarily create this, that the spiritual life is so difficult. It is so simple. Just give up your dumbness, give up all the cause of sufferings, and you will be free. It is just really, I am at a loss to see how it is difficult. People do lot of more and more difficult things. Uh, this Raji measures that wave, that reflections and radiations from some. So difficult. But this is so simple, that yes, hold on to the reality, the truth, and then give up the dumbness, and thus you become saint. So this elephant ego now has become saint, is now becoming one with Hari. The description here is so beautiful. It says that now the Hari comes there, and with its powerful discuss, the crocodile is now killed. The elephant is rescued, but not the same elephant. The elephant, and that was now full of ego inside, now has become the devotion filled in that. So it is that elephant is gone. Now this saintly elephant, not the egotistic elephant, no, it is the gone. So now that elephant is seeing. Now the with the and then it lifted a lotus in that pond by its trunk, and by way of worship, and said with great difficulty, "O Narayana, O teacher of all, O Bhagwan, thou endowed with all powers and excellences, salutations." Earlier, he was thinking his body is endowed with all this. When the ego overpowers, one thinks like that. Seeing him in an agonizing situation, Sri Hari got down from Garuda in haste, out of his mercy, uh, pulled out the elephant along with the crocodile from the water, cutting open the mouth of the crocodile with his discus. He released the lordly elephant like that. Yes, this is is void. The ego became void and gone. This so strong, powerfully stuck I-ness is now gone. The source of all problems. Sri Ramakrishna used to say this I is the cause of all problems. If it is not there, Ami Molle Guchibe Janjal. If this ego dies, all problems will be gone. Because that is how this is the root cause of all these difficulties. So, and then he released the lordly elephant in the presence of all. There were all the celestial deities. They came to see this divine act of God. God manifests in form. Without form, God is everywhere, but and assumes form for helping the devotees to get out of this terribly murky waters of samsara, the world. So that is the beautiful, nice play of God. So uh, now Shuka continues this story. You know, this is a dialogue going on originally between the sage Shuka and Parikshit, the king Parikshit. King Parikshit had only 1 week to survive. He was cursed that because of some mischief he did, that you will die in 1 week by a snake bite. And he was ready for it. He knew that this curse cannot be avoided. There are the stories, not in this, in Bhagavatam, there is no such mention of that. But in our childhood, I heard many those storytelling, these kathakars, they would elaborate it that, oh, so, to protect oneself, the king mm, decided to make a big lake. Mm, and then, in the middle of that lake, he built a nice small island and a palace there. So, no creature would be able to come through that water to the palace. Everybody was appointed to keep a close watch on it. And then, but the snake managed to come on right on the seventh day. It hid itself in one of the fruits. The fruits has little worms, you know. So it took the form of a little worm. Maybe an apple or something like that, and hid itself. And when the apple was brought to the king, it was being cut, that worm came out. And in front of everybody, that worm became that huge takshaka snake. And then uh, the king was ready for it, folding the hand, said, "Yes, I knew you will be coming." And the king didn't say, "Oh, leave me, please." No. Said, "Yes, I know you were going to come." But he was spending these 7 days only having these stories narrated to him, stories of the sports of Lord in various forms. They purify the mind completely. So it is, there was this singing was going on, the crocodile. What was this crocodile? It is the in the meantime, the elephant, while thinking about Hari, as it were, became merged with Hari. There is nothing else, only Hari was there, and the elephant was gone. Mm. Or you can say that elephant alone was. Either way, you can see how with Sri Ramakrishna uh, granting this ultimate state of samadhi to Narendra, when his fears were gone. Now he said, yes, you and I are one. It's such a beautiful descriptions, full of such love and devotion there. So it is. But what was this crocodile? The crocodile is described, who was mm, the name that crocodile was originally a Gandharva, a celestial being, and was cursed by sage Devala. Mm. Why he was that, and that as a result he was born as a crocodile, because this Gandharva, his name was Huhu, playfully pulled the Devala's leg when the sage was taking bath in the river there. So now they exactly, you become like that then. You were pulling my leg like that. This was not a figurative pulling, yeah. That it is we do each other, pull each other's legs, that is a different thing. So, okay, now you become crocodile. So, that is how the fellow became a crocodile. The lesson is be mindful of the actions, because the actions, they bear their results. So, whatever we do, that will have a result. That is called the bondage of karma. When I do something, then I will have to take the result of that too. Oh, you played such a practical joke on the sage. Now, the tendencies and actions determine our birth, what we will be born as. So, uh, but then with the touch of God, who was released from this crocodile body and became a Gandharva again. So, uh, then there is this story that will continue, this story of how this elephant, who was he in the previous life, how it assumed this elephant's form. That is, the elephant also was the, it is, he was in his previous birth in Indradyumna, the well-known king, and he did not perform the kingly duty. So he was cursed that you will become an elephant by another sage. Now this curse means, sometimes the question appears, these sages, they should be free from anger. Why did they curse? It is the curse is just nothing happens due to their curse. Their curse comes because of your particular actions. They stand before you as the curse. The sages, they are just the excuse of delivering. Like you did something, you bought something, and then the mailman brings the bill. Is the mailman responsible for bringing the bill to you? No, you spent, you bought something. That is why you have to now go get the bill and you have to pay for that. It is the mailman may bring you your electricity bill. But the mailman is not responsible, depends on how you use electricity and thus you got the bill. So this is the important lesson in that. Nobody is responsible. As Swami Vivekananda says, thine is the hand that holds the rope, that drags thee on. Our karma, thine is the hand that holds the rope and that drags you on and on. So this is the story here. We shall complete that story in our next class, next Friday. Uh, Day after tomorrow, it is a great day, and we will be having the celebration of Holy Mother's birthday. So, those of you who can, please try to come for that. It is from 11 o'clock to 7 o'clock, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can attend all of it, or you can attend as much as you can. So, let us conclude this, and then after this concluding chant, in case if you have questions, feel free to voice them, or if you are listening online, type them. निगमकल्पतरुर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुर्हो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः. O devotees, quaff, quaff to intoxication. This nectar of the fruit of the tree of Vedas flowing from the mouth of the great sage Shuka and mixed with the ambrosia from his words. Any question? Nobody has a question here? Okay. Any question upstairs? No question. So good. We are getting early release today. So let us do the song, and then we can disperse. Today is a very good day, very nice weather. The first accumulated snow of this winter season. So it is a very nice day. The temperatures are not very cold right now, but tomorrow, day after tomorrow, it is predicted to be very cold. But in winter, what do you expect? मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल. मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल. हरि हरि बोल, हरि हरि बोल. कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल, कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल. कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल, कृष्ण कृष्ण बोल. मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल. केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल. Our New Year greeting cards are kept here. Those of you who are not our regular mailing list, please pick it up from here. And of course, those who are on mailing list, they already must have been mailed to their addresses and would get if in a day or two. So